Welcome, basketball fans, to Hoops Roundup with your host, Randy Silver. If you're here, it's because you're interested like me in what the Team USA roster will look like for the 2024 Olympics in Paris. Will the stars come out? Will they not? We break it down and so much more for you, so let's dive into it. Who was here at the FIBA World Cup 2023 for Team USA? Mikal Bridges, Brandon Ingram, Anthony Edwards, Jalen Brunson, Jaren Jackson Jr. were your starting five. Throughout the whole tournament, this was what it was until the qualification games when we went to the second round. Brandon Ingram switched out for Josh Hart. Ingram was not playing well with the first team. He's better with the ball in his hand. Josh Hart is a better rebounder for this lineup and more hustle player and fit the starting five. As you know, or if you've been living on the rock and you're not aware, USA did not even make the podium. They lost in the third place game. They came in fourth to Canada. They lost in the semifinals to Germany, who went on to win the tournament. They beat Serbia in the finals. So USA came in fourth. This is the second time in a row we did not hit the podium for the World Cup. In the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo, we did win the gold. So USA will be looking to repeat and retain their gold in the 2024 Paris Olympics. Who from this team could be on that Olympic team? Obviously, you don't see many of the top-end stars here. So will they want to play in the Olympics? But let's see the stats of how the team did in this FIBA and decide if they deserve to be on that Olympic team. When we look at the stats, there are a couple players here who stand out. Anthony Edwards was him for this team. He was the man. He averaged 18.9 points a game. He played really well throughout offense and defense. He will be on the Olympic team. He may not start on the team depending who's there, but he earned the right and he deserves to be on the Olympic team. He's so young. He's still sub 23. He will be on Team USA for the next 10 years if he wants it. Mikal Bridges is probably second. You're probably a bit surprised to see he averaged 13.6 points per game. He was a great energy plug. He played fantastic defense. He probably scored more than he expected to in this tournament because they needed some help scoring. He's a better off-ball type of player. He's earned the right to be on that Olympic team as well. He played really, really well in this tournament. Will he start? Probably not, but he'd be a great player to come off the bench, a great team glue type of guy. Reeves could make the Olympic team based off his performance in FIBA. He shot the ball really well, averaged 13.8 points per game. He averaged close to 2 threes a game coming off the bench. The problem is he was a defensive liability. Against Germany, against Canada, against Lithuania, those three teams backed him into the paint, and they just posted them up, and they were able to score. He was getting in foul trouble because of it, and Kerr had to take him out multiple times because he was not being able to be successful on defense. This may hinder Kerr and Grant Hill from taking him to the Olympic team because of this, but if they need someone who they want on the bench who can come in and make threes and shots, Reeves will be a guy. Halliburton played really well off the bench too, averaging 8.6 points, but he did much more than that. He was really good at hustle plays, assists. He averaged 5.6, getting rebounds. He's lengthy for a point guard, so he could be a good asset coming off the bench. Brunson started the tournament really well, then fell short towards the end. His shooting was off. There's other people out there. Steph Curry, who's a point guard, we'll talk about, will most likely play in this tournament, meaning Brunson probably won't be there. Halliburton probably is on the borderline, but he is taller than Brunson. They may want more size after seeing in the World Cup how they were really limited with the size they had. Josh Hart, good energy in the World Cup. Just other people, power forward, shooting guard, who will be above him. Same with Portis Jr. Bonchero will probably be in the Olympics in 2028. Still a bit young, unless he has a crazy good year for the Magic this year. Played well in the World Cup, still growing, but there's just other people at the position who are above him. Jackson Jr., Defensive Player of the Year, struggled in the World Cup, was getting outmanned by Germany's big men. Lithuania's big men, was always in foul trouble. That's going to really limit his ability in the Olympics if he's continuing to be in foul trouble. Can they afford to have him coming if he's not able to stay on the floor? Is there other big man who's more versatile, who can shoot better from three, will help open space? So he's really much on the fence. Johnson won't be there. Kessler won't be there. And Ingram did not play enough here, play well enough here to be there. So the question is, who may be there? So let's dive into that. First, let's look at the ESPN analysis. Sources have told ESPN's reporter Brian Windhorst earlier this week that MVP Stephen Curry, Steph baby, LeBron James, LBJ the King, his LA Lakers teammate Anthony Davis are among superstars with interest in playing 2024. If those three want to be there, they will be there. Of course, it means the grueling NBA season. Did they make the finals? Did they play in the playoffs? How's the body feel? So much that goes into it. So let's see who they think will be there. Starting five in Steve Kerr's offense, it's going to be Steph Curry. It's been there with Steve Kerr for 8-9 years now. Maybe it's even 10 at this point. He is the man. He'll be great in FIBA. The three-point line's also a couple of feet shorter in FIBA, so you give Steph a 3 from 2 feet more in. Good luck. His range is unreal. It'll just make it even easier for him. He knows Steve Kerr's offense, plays great defense. Obviously, former MVP. He's never been on the Olympic team. If he's there and he wants to be there, he will be on this team. Shooting guard, you briefly saw, Devin Booker. He was on the Olympic team with Tokyo, so he'll bring good experience. He's an everything glue guy. He'll shoot. He'll play defense. He has energy. He brings intensity. He'll bring charisma to the team, and he just balls out. He loves playing basketball. If he wants to be there, he'll be there. He probably starts, but if he comes off the bench and you got Booker off the bench shooting for you, good luck, other teams. Small forward, you may have saw it, LeBron James, multiple-time Olympic champion. He will be there. Even at his age, he will start. You do not have King James coming off the bench unless his body is failing him, unless he's had a long season with the Lakers, something else comes up in his life. If he wants to be there, you pick James, and he will be leading the team from the front, especially in Paris, global stage, world stage. James will love to be there. If Kevin Durant wants to go, he will be there. His length, his shooting, his size, his pedigree. He's won 3 gold medals with Team USA. If he wants to be there for a 4th, and there's no way you don't take him if he's available and healthy, he wins his 4th. It'd be the most of any player ever in Team NBA USA history. And it would go along with the MVP at the 2010 FIBA World Cup Championship. You would say he has to be the greatest player in USA basketball history. 4 gold medals and a FIBA World Championship. You know he'd be gunning for that Olympics championship as well as the best player in the tournament. Now this is a controversial one. At center, Joel Embiid. He has a decision to make. He could play for Team USA. He could play for France, or he could play for his birth country, Cameroon. Nobody knows yet where he's going to play, or even if he will play in the Olympics. But if he does, he plays for USA. He will be on that roster no matter what. His size, his versatility, his ability to shoot. He can guard multiple positions. He will be there. Does he want to represent France? In France, he will start for them. You would have Rudy Gobert, Embiid, and this rookie named Victor Wembanyama as your starting 3, 4, 5 potentially. Good luck. Or maybe you have one of them come off the bench. Probably not all 3, but that's all 7-footers. Good luck to the international stage. If he plays for Cameroon, they have not qualified for the Olympics yet, so they would have to go through qualification stages to even make it. Probably long shot for that reason, so look at him to either pick France or the United States. But of course, again, it comes down to him being healthy and what the season looks like. So people who may come in, we talked about Bridges and Anthony Edwards, what they've done with Team USA. Halliburton, what he did with Team USA, probably better than Jalen Brunson just because of his size to be able to come into the team and be helping multiple positions. We talked about Edwards, talked about Bridges. Jason Tatum has won the Olympics already with Team USA. If he's healthy, he wants to be there. There's no reason he wouldn't be on the team. He may even start over Booker. However, with his size, his length, his ability, defense, versatility, there's no way Jason Tatum is not on that team if he wants to be there. Anthony Davis, again, this is a big if he's healthy, depending on the season goes. He hasn't played since 2014 at the World Cup. Does he want to back up? Would he start? But if he's there, again, massive size, can shoot the ball anywhere, can play defense, and that was real lacking against Germany and Lithuania. Size, being able to extend the floor, he will be significant there. Bam Adebayo, would he come over Jackson Jr.? Bam has won a championship, a gold medal with Team USA Ready in Tokyo. He's not going to shoot the ball like Jackson Jr. However, he's more versatile in defense, a little bit better of an athlete. Bam's probably better on the perimeter, while Jackson Jr. is better near the rim. And then the surprise he's going to have is Evan Mobley. Would he be able to beat out Jaren Jackson Jr.? Mobley's a great athletic big man as well. Maybe better in Steve Kerr's offense and defense having him there. So who they may cut from ESPN, Jimmy Butler, which is tough. His competitor, he's a great shooter, great defender, steals, blocks, everything. Would he be happy coming off the bench? Would he potentially start? They have Jimmy Butler not on the team. I think I personally would take Jimmy Butler over Tyrese Halliburton. Draymond Green is tough. He's already got multiple Olympic medals. Obviously, Steve Kerr is his guy. It's been his coach the same amount of time as Steph Curry. If he wants to go, I don't think Steve Kerr says no to him. Just the relationship they have. He knows how to run their offense and defense. I think he takes a spot over Evan Mobley or over Badayo. Drew Holiday, great defender, better shooter than most people think he is. He would be great to have on the defense. He's a lockdown defender. Obviously, he went to the Tokyo as well. Helped him get a medal there after winning the championship with the Bucks. It would be fantastic to have him there. But who do you take out of the roster? Do you take out Bridges? He just played in FIBA, so you have to give him credit there. Same with Anthony Edwards, so that's tough. Kawhi, his knees are never healthy. That would be really tough. It'd be great to have him there. His shooting, his size, his ability, but I just don't think he'll be there. Donovan Mitchell, he would be great to be there as well. Really was a star in the 2019 World Cup run where the team did not get the podium. But again, we need size, and he's just not there. When you have Steph, he won't start over Steph. Would he start over Booker? He would not. So it's a tough spot for him. Jaylen Brown, tough spot there as well. So that's ESPN. What does NBC think about the roster? They have Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, and De'Aaron Fox. I think Curry, both lists, yes. Lillard was in the Olympics for Tokyo, won. I think this season depends how it really goes. Is he still with Portland? Does he get traded? Does he go deep in the playoff run? We need size, and he's just not size, where I think you actually take De'Aaron Fox over Damian Lillard. Fox is new to the Olympic team, so yes, not as much international experience, but he's a tall, lengthy, gets up and down the court, great defender, steals, can block shots on the perimeter, shoots the ball amazing well. I think him and Curry as your point guards is a deadly 1-2, and he would play Steve Kerr's offense so well. You saw him do it on Sacramento, so he could do it for Steve Kerr. Booker and Edwards talked about, so those are the same. Durant, Tatum, and Butler. So they have Butler here, while here on the ESPN list, they have Mikal Bridges. Power forward, LeBron James, Draymond Green. Can't go wrong. They have LeBron and AD on their list. And then here you got Joel Embiid, Anthony Davis. They had Joel Embiid, and they had Mobley, and they had Anthony Davis. So you can see that some of those positions, power forward, center, could go either way. What do they say? Again, we talked about Joel Embiid. He's being recruited by USA. Could play for France. Could play for Cameroon. But Cameroon still have to qualify, so they're out. So it could go USA or France. Anthony Davis would be big. You know, Adebayo we talked about could be there. Davis. Kevin Looney is on the Warriors with Steve Kerr. He knows the offense and defense really well. If you don't watch the Warriors much, he plays that role perfectly. Pick and pop. Able to defend the rim really, really well. Gets up and down. Can guard multiple positions. Steve Kerr may want something like that after seeing the World Cup, where that was really a limitation for Team USA. Look at shooting guards. Book said he wants to do it. Get on the team. Kuzma says he wants to be there. Great shooter. Like Reeves, how much does he do defensively? Can you just have someone who's more offensive talent on the floor, but he's good size? Tatum has already proved it. Talked about Mitchell. A couple other names. You got Butler. What about Zion Williams? Will he be hurt? Will he be healthy? Will he want to play? He would be amazing on the international level. Athleticism, the fans would love him, but we need to see him actually do something in the NBA season. And then point guard, we talked about Curry. You have Halliburton, Ja Morant. Talent level should be there. However, with his off-the-field issues, off-the-court issues, is this something that Grant Hill and Steve Kerr want to deal with? Most likely not. So they have their final roster after more analyzation. Steph, Kyrie, and De'Aaron Fox. Irving would love to be there. Again, great talent, shooter. Would love to be on the international stage. But can you have him there with some of the issues he brings? Booker, Mitchell, Durant, Tatum, Edwards, James, Green, Bam, and Looney. So we'll see what happens. For me, I think you got Curry. I think you got Fox. I think you got Booker. I think you got Durant, Tatum, Edwards, James, Draymond, and then up top, if Davis is healthy and Joel comes to USA. So if that team's there, there's no way that we're losing at all in this Olympics. Expect that team to go undefeated. That is your predictions for Team USA roster in the 2024 Olympics in Paris. Comment your thoughts. Who do you think will make the team? Was anybody snubbed from these lists? Was anybody on this list that shouldn't be there? Let's have a debate in the comments. And of course, stay here on Hoops Roundup. We'll let you know when more information comes out. Obviously, next year we'll be covering the Olympics, but NBA season's back in 1 month. We'll be covering NBA here on Hoops Roundup. We also have MMA Roundup. We have Gridiron Roundup, and we have Football Roundup. So we got all the roundups for you to stay updated on sports. We love it. We got you. Thank you for watching. Comment your thoughts. Out.